everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ronnie and this video is on behalf of Remember Ministries. We are on day 2 of our corporate fast, and this year we are fasting from negative uses of our mouth, our tongue, and our words. We've also asked each participant to choose a food component of this fast as well. Our physical hunger serves as a reminder to hunger and thirst for God's righteousness. I'm fasting from processed foods, so anything that comes in a package, I'm going to avoid. Here's the book that we're using for the fast, and we've also created a workbook that we're going through, so DM me or email me if you want a copy of the workbook. Let's jump right in. Today, we are fasting from the argumentative tongue. A person who's argumentative has the tendency to express an opposing viewpoint. They will directly resist and contradict people for the sake of enjoyment. This person doesn't mind bringing up controversial subjects like politics, religion, and money. And they will go back and forth with you for as long as you will allow them to. This person prefers being right over having positive relationships and finds nothing wrong with stirring the pot. Argumentative people will make a big fuss over trivial topics just to start conflict. Do you frequently bring up topics you know are a trigger for certain people? Do you get a thrill out of debating and proving your point to other people? Can you go one day, or can you even go 1 week without getting into a word match with someone? If any of these questions are true for you, you may have an argumentative tongue. So today, we're going to take the focus off proving our own point, and we're learning how to honor other people's opinions without being disagreeable. Today, my friends, we are striving to be peacemakers. Let's look at a biblical example of the argumentative tongue. We are in Nehemiah chapter 6. I'll be starting at verse 1. When the word came to Sanballat, Tobiah, Geshem the Arab, and the rest of our enemies, that I had rebuilt the wall and not a gap was left in it, though up until that time I had not set the doors on the gates, Sanballat and Geshem sent me this message. Come, let us meet together in one of the villages on the plain of Ono. But they were scheming to harm me. So I sent messages to them with this reply. I am carrying on a great project and cannot go down. Why would the work stop while I leave and go down to you? 4 times they sent me the same message, and each time I gave them the same answer. Then the 5th time, Sanballat sent his aide to me with the same message, and in his hand was an unsealed letter, in which was written, It is reported among the nations, and Geshem says it's true, that you and the Jews are plotting to revolt, and therefore you are building the wall. Moreover, according to these reports, you are about to become their king, and have even appointed prophets to make this proclamation about you in Jerusalem. There is a king in Judah. Now, this report will get back to the king, so come, let us meet together. I sent them this reply. Nothing like what you are saying is happening. You are just making it up out of your head. They were all trying to frighten us, thinking their hands will get too weak for the work and it will not be completed. But I prayed, now strengthen my hands. Amen. So we see here the argumentative person, which is Tobiah, Sanballat, and Geshem. But we also see how you can respond biblically to a person who is argumentative. So Nehemiah had been doing the work of the Lord and fulfilling his assignment, pretty much minding his own business. And his enemies heard about all of the good work that he was doing, and they came to stir up conflict and drama. After they sent the first message, he told them in verse 3, my work is too important to stop it and come meet with you. I cannot afford to slow down this important work I'm doing just to come and chat. Similarly, our first response to argumentative people is simply saying no. I don't want to go back and forth with you. I'm not going to engage in this conversation. But the enemy came back 5 different times attempting to oppose, resist, and argue with Nehemiah. They even crafted a letter filled with lies and hearsay. And Nehemiah's response to that was just to call it out for what it was, hearsay. He didn't try to prove his point. He didn't try to prove them wrong. He called it out for what it was, and he kept it moving. Nehemiah literally didn't have time to argue. When we know what our assignment is, and when we stay committed to doing it, we are so about our Father's business that it leaves little room for the back and forth. The third way that Nehemiah responded was in prayer. A lot of times we think we can handle these types of conflict. We can handle certain people. But in reality, if you're dealing with a person who's so argumentative, you need to take that conflict to the Lord in prayer. The book of Proverbs also speaks a lot to this topic. It cautions us to avoid fights. It also tells us that starting a fight is like putting wood on a flaming fire. God considers people who always want to argue troublemakers. And over again, he calls us to be peacemakers. So as Christ followers, let's choose not to be argumentative. Don't start the argument and don't keep it going. Let's be agreeable. Let's show off our soft and gentle and quiet spirit by honoring other people's opinions. Well, that's all I have for you today. Comment down below and let us know if you have the tendency to be argumentative. We won't judge you. Or how you deal with people who seem to be very argumentative. And I will see you right back here tomorrow for day 3 of our 7 days to Taming the Tongue corporate fast. Thank you for watching. Bye.